Last Friday, my marketing director and I did a full day sales summit in which we had a lot of people on. We went through what sales is, how to sell, the fear side of doing some of the things in selling, how to motivate, how to listen, etc., etc., etc. And one of the things we do is we did a lot of role plays. And that's a lesson that both of us learned in the VIP mastermind that I do and also in the group coaching, but particularly in the VIP mastermind. Twice a year, we do 2 years of training, and role plays are a big part of that. And what's interesting is, one, what skills people need that they don't have. One of those is active listening. It's amazing how poor listening skills are. Oftentimes because people are thinking about, well, I got a script and what am I going to say next? Or they have distractions, whether that be a phone, an email, something in the background, et cetera, et cetera. So it's super important to listen well because, as I've said before, sales is in its simplest form is identifying a need, finding a solution for that need, and then convincing that person with the need that you are the best person to provide that solution to their need. So, how do you do that if you don't listen? I don't know how you do that. So listen. But I wanted to give you some feedback from two people, one of which is in the VIP Mastermind and the other is in the group coaching. And this is from Tim. Dear Bruce and John, I would like to express my sincere appreciation for the dedication and effort you and John extended during the all-day sales summit yesterday. The teaching provided was illuminating, clearly delineating the expectations and path forward for us. The content presented throughout the day was both concise and highly pertinent, while the role-playing exercises effectively highlighted areas for our improvement. My gratitude for your valuable contributions cannot be overstated, and I look forward to reviewing the Sales Summit when it comes through to improve my performance in business acquisition. And what Tim is referring to there is we're going to take that all-day summit and reduce it down to a series of modules and offer it in that format as a course. So I'll give you more information on that. The second is from someone who ended up being in the VIP Mastermind. He's done an acquisition, so he's got that under his belt, his first one. And the email was, subject line to me from Elias was, what did you do today that scared you? And at the very end of this 2-day summit, I had the idea that John and I would be on together, one side of the role play that we did, and then someone would be on the other side, whether that's acquiring a business or a board member. In this case, it was acquiring a business. And so we asked who wants to do that, and there weren't very many hands that went up. In fact, there were no hands that went up. But eventually, Elias raised his hand and said, okay, I'll do it. And he said afterwards in his email, he wrote to me and said, that had my heart pumping. I appreciate you putting me on the spot with that role play. See you Sunday morning, which is actually now when I'm recording this. So what was interesting about that is he was scared, as he said, but he was one of the best role plays that we had. So a lot of times your fears are just that. They're fears, and most of the time they're not based in reality. We say about fear, it's false expectations appearing real. So remember that, and putting your foot in the water, taking that step when you have fear, it's normal to have fear. That's just part of the process, and eventually if you do something enough, it doesn't scare you anymore. So I appreciate both those comments from Tim and Elias. Look for that course when it comes out. I think it would be extremely helpful for you. And if you're interested in how you might start some conversations, there are some conversation starters over at brucewhipple.com. Just sign up for that free course and you'll see that. If you want to go there directly, it's just brucewhipple.com/free course. But like most things, training is important, understanding what to do is important, And the beauty of role plays is that it's practice. And I don't know too many things that you get very good at without practice. So I'd encourage you to remember that. So I hope that helps. I hope you take action. I hope you do things when you're afraid to do them. And eventually, as Eleanor Roosevelt said, do the thing you fear, and fear of death is certain. So, good quote to remember.